All right, General MacArthur's out of the picture by this point. Now it's going to be General Westmoreland, okay? He comes up with a three-pronged plan for defeating the Vietnamese, the North Vietnamese, okay? Phase one, have a massive buildup of U.S. troops to slow down the Viet Cong attacks. So let's bring a bunch of people in to South Vietnam to stop the North Vietnamese from coming in, okay? Phase two, resume the offensive with search and destroy or seek and destroy missions to locate Viet Cong strongholds. Major problems such as My Lai massacre. We're going to talk about this in a little while. So the thing is, we're going to go out and we're going to look for what we call Charlie. Okay, Charlie is the Viet Cong. Charlie is, they all, now this is going to sound racist, but it's not. Okay, they all look alike, or they all look similar here. Okay. And what I mean is, you cannot tell a good guy from a bad guy because they are all Vietnamese. And they dress the same, okay? They have the same language. They act the same. They used to be the same country, okay? They used to be one big country right here. So everybody in this area is ethnically Asian, okay? They all have that same appearance and culture. So the problem is, we don't know where they are. They're everywhere. They're out in the bush. In the jungle, they're in town, and they could be North Vietnamese people that are in Saigon in South Vietnam, and they could be acting as spies, and they speak the same language, and you couldn't tell the difference. The enemy was everywhere, and it was confusing for the American forces. So we went out into the jungles, and we would find Viet Cong strongholds, like a base out in a village in the middle of nowhere, and we would simply just destroy everyone. That was seek and destroy, okay? Phase three, return control to Saigon, okay? So after we strengthen this area, after we kill all of Charlie, then we're going to give control of everything back to Saigon, and they are going to fight. After they're strong enough, they're going to fight the North Vietnamese, and we're going to get the heck out of there. That's General Westmoreland's plan, okay? So we have three sides. Oh, well, we have quite a few sides here. Okay, so this is this is the North Vietnamese army. This is the South Vietnamese army, which Americans are helping. Okay, and this is Charlie. Okay, Charlie looks like a civilian. He acts like a civilian during the day, and then at night he goes out and sabotages stuff and kills Americans. Okay. So that's the one that we really were looking out for, okay? The United States military sought to convince the American people that it was winning the war through the use of body count. The problem with the Vietnam War, and the reason why most people don't get it, and even the soldiers didn't get it, is because the goal is containment. The goal is to stop the spread of communism. How can you tell when you've stopped it? When is it going to end? Right? If your goal is just to stop them from coming in, well, that war could literally last forever, so long as they're still a threat. So we used the term body count as a way to prove to America that we're winning. Here's the problem with body count, okay? Let's say you go out on a seek and destroy mission, okay? You're going through the jungles, you kill 3 people. You kill 3 Charlies, right? You get back, your commanding officer says, how many did you get? Well, if we're measuring by body count, there's a temptation for the person in charge to lie about, oh, we killed 30, man. It was great, right? All right, well, that commanding officer has to report to his superior, and he wants to impress him. So he says, how much did Platoon B kill today? Oh, they killed 300, man. It was great. It was awesome. There were dead bodies everywhere. Okay, and up the chain goes until 3,000 Vietnamese are dead now instead of 3. So we're inflating the numbers to lie to prove to America that we're winning, and it's going to bite America in the butt severely. Okay, Defense Secretary Robert McNamara announced that he could see a light at the end of the tunnel. This war is almost over. We got such a high body count you wouldn't believe. Okay, we're doing so well. So let's talk about a few things that the Vietnamese had, okay? The Vietnamese, especially Charlie, okay, these spies, they lived off the land. these are still the people that ran out the French, a very modern army. Now, Vietnam is a very jungle-ridden area. Okay, it's basically, imagine Louisiana with jungles and everything, but with mountains as well. Okay, so it's really hot, really humid, and mountainous. Okay, so some of the things that they did were traps, booby traps everywhere, guerrilla warfare. Okay, so you dig a hole like this. By the way, I'm not trying to show you how to make booby traps. I'm showing you how they did it. So you dig a hole. Okay, you put a couple of blocks in, and then there's a deeper hole that you dig. You take two boards like this, and you would drive nails all through them. Okay, a bunch of nails all over the place. Now you would take a special sauce, and you would spread it all over the nails. Now the sauce of choice was human feces. Okay, then you would basically put a false cover on top. American comes down, and the boards slam into it. And the deeper the leg goes into the hole, the more the nails push into your leg, until basically you just got injected with a bunch of human feces in your leg. And it's going to rot your leg off very quickly. Another one, punji pits. Okay, so you take bamboo, very hard wood, and you sharpen it to a point. And then you stick them in the ground, and guess what you fill it up with? The special sauce. Okay, you're gonna smear it all over. You know bamboo's hollow, right? So we're gonna pack some in there, and then whenever an American falls in there, you're getting a hypodermic needle this big around, injecting you with the special sauce. It's kind of, yeah. Anyway, another one, grenade with a door knob. Okay, the pin, it basically is tied to a string. The grenade is attached to the wall, and when they would do this very quickly, whenever they saw the Americans were coming in for a search and destroy mission, and they were going to go house to house, they would booby trap all of them, okay, like this. Now, once the pin is pulled and the clip goes off, it takes about 3 seconds for it to blow up. So as the Americans come through and they kick down the door, and then everybody rushes in, now this one grenade will take out like 10 American soldiers. So this is just a few of the ways they did it. And they did a lot of really crazy stuff, like torturing. They were masters at tortures. At torturing people. They would take little shards of bamboo, okay, just little pieces. They would shave it off like a toothpick or a little bit bigger than that. And they'd put it under your fingernail, right there. And they would tie your hand down, and they would just use a hammer, and they would just tap it on. Keep tapping, and they would peel your fingernail back. And then they would take pliers and they would roll it off and rip it and try to get as much skin on the top as they could. By the way, you got 10 fingernails and 10 toenails. They did them all, okay? And if you still didn't tell them what they wanted to know, they would kill you. So there's a whole lot of things the Vietnamese did. They were absolutely ruthless and effective. All right, so that's about Vietnamese torture. We're going to move on to something else next.